here is the review of Transformers Revenge of the Fallen Demolishor. And joining me in this review is my dad.
Hello, y'all.
Now, as you can see, he is a
power steam shovel? Am I right? A power steam shovel?
I think it is. And
you have a crane that can go up and down.
That's called a shovel.
The shovel. Okay. The shovel. Alright.
And it can move in 3 joints.
Right.
This joint here and this joint, and as you move it, these gears here move.
Oh, look at that. Yep.
And that's the Mega Life gimmick.
Oh.
And the shovel here can move.
Go up and down. Okay. Alright. Now, I do like the Decepticon symbol right there. Now, looking at this, where's that pencil? There was a pencil right there on the book. Now, I do like the way that they kind of sculpted it with the stairs right here. It makes it more or less like a human should be fitting up there, going upstairs into the cab. That's pretty unique. And on the other side, I don't know if it has a Decepticon symbol on the other side or not. No, it don't. Okay, but see, you got stairs going up again right here on top of the platform. So that's a pretty unique way to sculpt in the frame of it like they did. And then there's the cab.
And he also has some weathering here. And there is a problem that I have with it, is that he does not roll, because these treads are...
They're fixed. They're fixed in position.
And they're also rubber. And I will have to say this. Rubber, like these here, doesn't last very long.
So what you're saying is, in other words, later on they could crack or come off later on due to the transformation of wear and tear of the collapse of the rubber. Okay. Alright.
And if they would have, like, molded in wheels, like little plastic wheels here, it would roll better. But they didn't.
Right. Okay. Okay, now, if I'm right, this is at the beginning of the movie where they're on the bridge and Optimus Prime jumps off the bridge.
And onto Demolishor's face.
Okay. Okay.
And shot him.
So, this is, okay, this is the opening, pretty much the opening scene where he was demolishing the bridge, pretty much. Okay.
So, I think that's about it for the vehicle mode. So, now to transform him. First off, you wanna... Well... You wanna untap the treads here from these pegs and these holes here. Then you want to come underneath here, untap them from here, and bring them down.
Now look, you got a 4x4. Kind of a steam shovel 4x4. How about that? No. You get a whole lot of dirt with that.
Untab these and bring them out. And then you want to separate the shovel here in half and bring them out.
Yeah, bring them out.
Okay. Then you want to take this piece here, untap it here, and flip it to about here, because you want to take either one of these and rotate them around.
You rotate them one all the way around.
Then you want to take this piece here, fold it down, and it will tap in. And then you want to take it and fold it all the way down. And as for the treads here, fold these down, straighten down the treads, and flip them around so that they're like this. And these will tap into these pegs and these holes here. And you also want to collapse these in to make the wheel.
There we go. And that's what we was talking about right there. When you got to collapse them, you stretch them in one form, then you stretch them into another.
And you do the same thing for the top one.
Yep.
And as for the arms, when you're rotating his arms, you have to make sure that you're holding his head, because if not,
his head will turn. I got you.
And his other arm will
go ahead
also move. So you just rotate his arm here, straighten it down, and these here, you could either, well, you can do a number of ways for these. You can either have them like this, or you can rotate them around so that they're like this, and fold these around. And these are also on double hinge joints, as you can see here. Right here. So you do the same thing for the other arm.
And push that around.
And you're done. Now,
go ahead.
Now, if you want to stand this guy up, you will have to, like, position his arms about here, because as you can already see, he has no legs.
This is one of the more toys that come off a toy line that didn't really have that good of stability as far as standing on his own. It's a weird, unique way to design something, but I mean it comes off the movie. But I mean, like you said, there's no legs. There's a wheel. There's a wheel at the bottom. There's a wheel at the top, which was the treads in his alternate mode. And it's very cumbersome to try and get him to stand on his own without falling over. And I think everybody's had this problem with this toy, because he's not very asymmetrical as far as a normal build of a body.
But the Studio Series, which is out now, has a stand that it makes him stand up perfectly without having to use his arms.
Right, so this right here is kind of a weird design, but it is what it is. But this, at the beginning of the show, is when Optimus jumps off the bridge, jumps onto him, and takes him out. And then we see something like him later on in the show.
In the movie.
I'm sorry, in the movie, that looks almost similar to him, but it's not him.
Which means he doesn't turn into a robot. He turns into the limb of Devastator.
So all in all, like I said, he's got certain graphs and details here, and then you have the gimmick here. When you move the shovel itself, this gear turns in both of them, which it takes this one and this one to make one total shovel. And then the wheels, the way that they collapse is different, but we have seen this before on a different type of Transformer. It was more of a G2, but I cannot think of the name of it right now. But they have used something like this before. This is not the first time, but we're going back a good 20 years ago when they had this type. So this isn't something new. This is just something that they brought back from a very long time ago. And as you can see, the head sculpt, and he's got translucent eyes,
which is light piping.
Right, depending on how the light shines, his eyes will glow
orange.
That's one of the gimmicks for back then. I believe that they still do it every now and then with the new modernized Transformers. So it's alright. It's not one of the best.
Oh, and for his articulation, his head does move up and down, but like you've already seen, if you move it up and down, his arms will move because they're connected together. But his arms have a hinge here and here, and they can move out on a ratchet joint here, move here, which moves the Mega Life gimmick, and his hands can move. And one thing that I might have noticed here is there's a pin here which looks like his fingers could move.
Let's see, can you move them?
No.
Okay.
but they don't, because they're squared here.
Okay.
Which means they're in a fixed position.
So, I guess there you have it. That's pretty much our review of this toy. I'm not a big fan of the design. I just don't.
And this is one of the worst Transformers in Revenge of the Fallen.
Yeah, I'd say so. Like I said, his design is... But they made it for what it made it, and it is what it is. So they were coming out with a movie line with all the toys and stuff like that. So
you mean the Studio series?
Yes. Yeah. So I'm gonna let Colton finish it up, and I will talk to y'all later. Colton, finish this up.
So I think that's about it. So there you have it. Transformers Revenge of the Fallen Demolishor. And if you like this video, give me a like, comment, and subscribe for more. Thanks for watching.